This is a guide for the listening audio project. So here we have the different files, A1, B1, B2, etc. Let's open up B1. So today's guide is for the B1 type 1. So we have type 1. Here are all the different files. These are empty now. And then we have type 3. Again, we have all the different files, and these are empty as well. Okay, so we're going to start with type 1. I don't think we're doing type 3 yet. I haven't got that ready. So type 1, go down. These are all the WAV files, are all of the voice recordings that we will use. The audio Adobe Audition peak data file you really don't need. Go down, and here we have 5Q type 1 answer audio template, 5Q type 1 question audio template. So we're going to open these audition files. So I'm going to double click here, and you see all this come up. And then we're also going to double click on the answer audio template here as well. Okay, so we've got over here, we've got the 5Q type 1 questions. We can double click that to look at that. The 5Q type 1 answers, and we have that. And the A, B, and C, really we don't need to mess with over here. You can leave that alone. And right now we have the 5Q type 1 here, but I'm gonna delete that in a second. Let's see. Okay, so this is the template file, and what we have here is so at the top, look at the top here, it says transcript 1, transcript 2, transcript 3, transcript 4, 5, all the way to transcript 10, and then it says end of quiz. So we're going to use these to help us align these different audio files. Now, this is a finished version, so what I'm going to do is delete track 2 and track 3 so we can start fresh. So let's delete all of those. Okay. Track 4 we don't need to delete. This is going to be here. We'll move it later, but we don't need to delete it now. So what you want to do is we'll delete this as well, and this, so we can start these. Yes. Okay. So we're opening this up. Now we need to go back to our file and open 5Q type 1.1. And we're going to drag it to this files folder here. And now we have this in here, but we're going to double click this to find it, to show it. Okay, so what all of this is
excuse me,
recording.
Are you Mr. League?
These are audio recordings of the listening test. And in the beginning of each recording, or at least the beginning of each 10 questions or the test, if you play, I'm sorry, right here maybe.
5Q type 1 test. A1 1.
So I will voice what level test it is and what number test it is. So this is the title, right? And if we look, we have 1. If you look at the kind of grouping, you can kind of tell this is 1 question and answer choices. This is 1. This is 1 here. This is like 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6. Here's a little difficult to tell, probably 7, We can click here and listen to it.
Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yeah, so this is the beginning of 8, 9, and 10. So this is 10 questions right here. And each test for the 5Q test is 10 questions. Now you can check that by, at the end of the test, you should here have another title for the next test. So
A1-2.
So that says it's A1-2 test. So this is the A1-1 test. And then from here, the next 10 questions, I don't know where that is going to be the A1-2 test. So basically, this is test 1, this is test 2, this is test 3, like that. Okay, so let me see. I've already done test 1 and test 2. So we need, I think, test 3. Let's take a look. Let's double check. Let's see, type 1. Yes, we did B1. We did B1-2. All right, so let's do B1-3. Okay, so we need to do B1-3. So we need to find that. Now, usually when you're doing this, you're going to end up taking the first test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so here. And you're going to, actually, hold on. So let's go over here. Sorry. So open up questions. We're going to take this 5Q type 1 and we're going to move it into the top track, track 1. And now we have that recording in here. Now, we've already done the beginning, so we don't need this. So let's see. Let's find the beginning of the third test, which, see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, okay, so this right here is the beginning of the test 2.
A1-2.
Okay, so we don't need this. We already did this. So let's go over here to the Razor Select Clips tool. Click on that. Click here. This separates one file into 2 different files where you click. And go back over here, Move tool, click on that. We don't need it, so we'll delete it. All right, now we also did, this is test number 2, so we already did this one, so we need to find test 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think that's going to be 10, so let's listen here.
A1-3.
Right, so there's A1-3. So we're going to, again, razor clip here. Now, each test is going to be a little different, the levels, but basically, if you look at it,
Look at those flowers.
okay, so that's the beginning of the recording, and here's going to be the 3 answer choices, right?
I'm fine, thanks.
That's 1 answer choice.
They're very pretty.
That's 2,
You too.
3, and then this is going to be the correct answer.
B. They're very pretty.
That's how I'm kind of guessing how 1 question, 2 question. All right, so we don't need this. All right, so now we're going to start. So this is the beginning of test 3. Now for right now, we only need test 3. So what we're going to do is what we just did. We're going to count off 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, I'm looking here at, here's 1, here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's check. Well, I'm hitting the space bar to play.
A1-4.
Okay, so this is all the third test. So let's take the razor and cut it off. All right, so for right now, we're going to be working with this test. We'll work with the rest later. So right now, let's put this down at track 5. Now, track 5 is kind of the place we're going to put the files we don't need. That's why it's muted here. M is for mute, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's bring this over here. And what we're going to do is, this is the title.
A1-3.
So we don't need that. So we're going to bring our cursor over to the edge here. And when you get this cursor, right, this little arrow to the right, you can click on it and you can edit this. If you click and hold, you can edit it and bring it out. And now it's it starts here. So what we want to do is first separate the questions. So let's take the razor tool here. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the answer. So we're going to click here. So here's question 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, here's the answer. So question 2. 1, 2, 3, here's the answer. Question 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here's a question. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the beginning, it might be a little difficult to understand where one question begins and where one question ends, but after you do it for a while, it becomes easier to see. Each question is going to be a little different, though. So here, okay, here. I kind of make a little mistake. Really, you should edit it near the end of it. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, this is number 9, and then this is going to be number 10. And we'll go ahead and do that. We don't need this part. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is within this question, we have the original statement and then the 3 answer choices here. And we want to separate these. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the razor select tool, and just like we did before, we're going to separate these. But first, let's move this down to track 2. All right, so we're basically going to be separating these if we can. Track 2 is going to be the deeper voiced characters, and then track 3 is going to be the higher pitched voices. As much as possible, I tried to do the very first speaker to be the deepest one, but there are some situations where I couldn't do that, and this will be the high pitched one. I'll show you. Let's listen to this.
When is your birthday, Randy?
So you can see there I'm trying to, on purpose, do a deeper voice. So this is going to be the deep voice.
A. I'm 10. B. Here it is.
So you can see that these 3 here are a little bit higher pitch. So what we're going to do is take the razor tool, and if you want to get a little closer look or zoom in, you can hover over this, I guess, little timeline thing here, and use the wheel to scroll up, and it takes you a little closer, or you could scroll back and it takes you farther away, zooms out. If you don't like that, you can also hit here, the sides, and do the same thing. Zoom in, zoom out, like that. So, all right, so let's separate. Let's do the razor tool, but let's try to, we want to clean it up, right? So let's separate this here. So all this empty space we're going to get rid of. So here, 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 and then here and here. Okay, so now let's go back over to the move tool and let's delete these empty spaces. So click here, delete, delete, no, delete, 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 and delete. Okay. So what we're going to do is, here it says transcript. That's where we want the first speaker to start. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to move it over to this line here. Now these are answer choices, right? So first we want to move these down to the track 3. This is the higher pitched track. And if we look at track 4, we've got A, B, and C. So this is me saying A, B. These are the different answer choices. So we're going to take A and put it right up next to the end of this. And when you hold it, if you bring it slowly to the edge, you see that blue line that comes out? That's a little guide ruler that helps you know where you are. So if you go up there and you see that blue light, you let go and you know that's right next to it. So we have A. So now we're going to move this first answer choice over to the end of A. Then we're going to bring B over like this. Then we're going to bring the next one over like this, and like this. And this answer right here, we're going to use later. So we're just going to put that up here. So let's take a listen. So if we did it correctly, this will be a little deeper, and this will be a little higher. And this will all be in the right order. So let's listen. Hit spacebar to listen.
When is your birthday, Randy?
A. I'm 10.
B.
Here it is.
C.
It's January 14th.
Right. So that's fine for now. And what we're going to do is the same thing that we just did, but for all of these other questions. Okay, so let's try it again. Take the razor tool. So here we have this. All right, so let's take the razor tool. Now you can do it up here. You can do it wherever you want. And let's separate these. Okay, so right here. So if you go in the middle, you kind of get these other options. So generally you want to do it kind of in the top or in the bottom. Here, 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 and then this is an answer. Be careful, this is not two separate things. This is the answer. It should say like A and then the answer.
B.
B.
Yes, every day.
So that's together. So we want that together. So we're going to do like this. Okay, now we're going to delete the empty space. And remember, we want the deeper voice in track 2. So let's see, is this the... Usually the deeper voice will be the first one speaking.
Does your sister play the piano?
Yeah, that's a deeper voice. So we're going to click on this, bring it to track 2, and then bring it over to transcript 2. This is where the next recording will start. The next question will start. And these are going to be the higher pitch, so we'll bring them down to track 3. And then the answer we're just going to bring over here, and we'll use that later. So we're going to bring A up to the end of this, right? So click on that, wait for the blue line. There's a blue line. Then we're going to bring this over. There's a blue line. Bring this over. Line that up. Pretty easy. Line that up. And we're good. And we move on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, and if you want, you can see that it's not perfectly lined up. So if you want, you could kind of bring it over like this too. Okay, so take the razor tool, do it again. Bump, 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 and here. All right, now we get rid of the empty space. No, right here, right here, right here, right here. Okay, it should be the deepest voice, but let's check.
Let's go to the movies this afternoon.
Okay, that's the deeper voice, so we'll move that over here. Then these are going to be the higher pitched voice, so we'll bring that down here. Bring A up to the edge there. Bring the first answer choice to the end of A. Bring B to the end of that. Bring the next answer choice. And there we go. And then bring this answer that we'll use later kind of to the end. Later on, we're going to delete these, but right now we're just going to keep them. And we're going to do this for the entire 10 questions. Okay, so let's bring this over here. All right, razor tool. Boom, 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 boom. And here you can see that this is the answer. This is me saying A, B, or C, and then the answer. If you look at it, you can tell that this is C, right? Because this waveform and this waveform are very similar. Okay, click on that and get rid of the empty space. Dum, 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 dum. I think there's one more, isn't there? Yeah, right here. Okay, check to see if this is the lower voice.
Which notebook is your...
Yep, it is. So bring that over here. These are the higher pitch voice. So bring these down to track 3. Align A, B, and C. All right, so here, there, here, 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 and here. Okay, and then bring answer choice over here just to keep it all nice and clean. All right, let's do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and here. All right, let's delete the empty space. All right, actually, we need to bring this over a little bit over here. Bring that over. Double check the voice.
How are the cookies?
Yeah, that's deeper. Okay, these means these are higher. Bring A over here. Bring this over here. B here. Here. C over here. Like that. Bring this over here. And we're good. All right. Boom. 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 And this is 1. All right. There we go. Delete the free space. Let's bring it over a little bit over here to transcript 6. Okay, check the voice.
What do you usually do?
Yep, that's deep. They're not all going to be deep, but most of them, the first person speaking, will be deep. Okay. Okay, bring that over. Bring these down to 3. Okay, here, 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 and here. Alrighty, and then this is the answer, so let's just bring it over here, make it nice and neat. Alright, bring the next one over. Razor. So 1, 2, 3. Right here, clean that up. Nice, and then here. Yeah, clean that up. Okay. And delete the free space. Listen to this.
What's your name?
Yep, that's deeper. All right, put that there. You can bring these down. Here. Bring that over. Here. Here. And here. Okay, and let's go here, 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 and this one, yeah, like that. Okay, we're gonna clean it up. Here, here. Okay, double check.
What time is your...
That's deeper. Okay, bring these down. Okay, line up A. There's a blue line. There's a blue line. So there it is. Okay, good. Good. Bring this over. Let's do it again. See, 2 more. All right. Here. 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 And here. And yeah, that's fine. Change cursor tool here. And delete the free space. Okay, listen.
Soup do you want?
That's deeper, so we're going to put it here. These will be higher. Okay, yeah, we got to move them all over a little bit. There we go. All right, bring this over. There we go. Good. 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 Bring this answer over just for now. And last one. Here we go. Here. 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 And here. All right. Cursor. Delete this free space. Okay, listen.
Look at that bit.
That's deeper. Bring these down. Okay, align that. Let's go back a little bit. Yep, good, 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 good. Keep that here. And that's it. Okay, so for now, we're done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go over to the 5Q type 1 answers. So these are the questions, and then here are the answers. Okay, so right now it's empty. We've got transcript 1 here, answer 1, transcript 2, answer 1. So we're going to put the... Hold on. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so we've got transcript 1, answer 1, transcript 2, answer 1. So what we're going to do, because we already have the transcript already created, right? So we're going to go back over to questions. We've got the answer here as well. So you're going to zoom out, okay, and we're going to take track 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take all of these tracks, not 5, but these 4. Click outside here, and we're going to highlight all of this. Bring your little cursor over to the beginning. Go over to Edit, Copy, and then we're going to go back to Answers. Bring your cursor to the very beginning, and then what we're going to do is paste. And now we've got all of that, right? Okay, so here's the thing for this. Actually, hold on. Made a mistake. Forget that. We're going to highlight for this level, for the 5Q level, we're going to only take track 1 and track 2. I'm sorry. We don't need these. So copy track 1 and 2, and then we're going to go over to answers, and then we're going to paste. Okay? Now what we're simply going to do is align them. So remember, track 2 is the transcript, right? So we're just going to move it over here, and then here's the answer. We'll move it over there. This is number 2. Move that. Here's the answer. Move that. And we're just going to align them to these lines that we have here. Okay. So this is transcript 1, answer 4. Bring this over here, over here. And we're getting a little bunched up, so let's move all of them. Okay, that is transcript, right? And let's move these as well. A little bunched up. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all right. Okay, move this here, move this here, move this here, move this here, move this here. See, here, here, and answer 1. There we go. And that is done. Okay. Now we got to go back to the questions real quick. And remember, all of these in track 1 are the answers, so we don't need these anymore. So we can just highlight them and delete. And that is it for now. So now what we're going to do is save these files, and we're also going to export the files. So first, let's save the file. Okay, so here we have the question audio that we've been working on. So let's highlight this. So we're already highlighted. Go to File, Save As. Okay, so obviously here's the file name. So we don't need audio template. We can replace this with the quiz number. If you remember, this I believe is B13. So B13. And then we're going to browse, and so we can see these are what we started with in the beginning. So we're going to go B1. This is type 1, and then B13. Click on that, and this is where we're going to save this. So save it, OK, and we're good. Now we're going to do the same thing with this answer audio template. So double click that, and go back to here, save as. Again, we don't need the audio template part here, so let's just put the file quiz number here. So B13. Browse. Let's see. We're at B1 now, so we need to type 1. B13. Save. OK. OK, so we've saved the files. Now what we're going to do is export. Okay, so let's go to double click on questions. So this is mute, so we don't have to worry about this. So when we export it, it's just going to export this area here. So what we're going to do is go to File, Export, Multi-Track Mixdown, Entire Session, click, okay. And let's see, it says questions B13 mixdown. So we don't have to change this file name. If you change these two first, then you don't have to change this. It'll just be already have the quiz number here. So we're going to browse. Let's see. This is wrong. We need to go to, where is it? Freelancer listening audio. Okay. So B1, type 1, B13, and then we're going to save it in here. Save. And then we're just going to hit OK. That's going to export a WAV file. Then we're going to go to, let's see, the answers again. So double click that, and we're going to do the same thing. File, save as. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Export. File, export. Multi-track mixdown, entire session. File, test number, quiz number is already there, so we don't have to change that. Location, Freelancer Audio Project B1 type. Yep, this is good. Save, OK, and that's it. Now I'm going to make guides for each level and each type of quiz, but more or less this is very similar to the other quizzes. Some of the other quizzes will get a little longer, the transcript, but this is basically what we're doing. Oh, and I forgot. So we finished B13, right? So what we're going to do next is go back to 5Q type 1 questions, B13. No, I'm sorry, right here, this one. And we're going to do this all over again. So, but we don't need track 2 and track 3. So we're going to highlight that and delete it. Track 4, really, we don't need to touch. Not right now. And then remember in the beginning where we took this original file and we put it on track 5 because it was muted. Well, we're going to move this back to track 1, and now we're going to find the B14 test, the 4th test, and do it all again. So let's listen.
A14.
Okay, so A14, so that's the beginning, and it looks like this is the end. Let's check it.
A15.
Yeah, okay, so we'll separate that. Click on here, go down, put that because we don't need it now, and then we'll start working on this as well. And then when we finish this, we'll do it again. We'll delete all this, we'll bring this back up. Now, this is the type 1-1. When you finish this test here, you're going to have to go back over to the files and choose the 5Q type 1-2. Then bring it back in and start again. And 513 eventually start. And this is where all the tests are, the recordings are. And then don't forget to go into the answers, SESX. This is this screen right here. The mixdown is the files you exported. So really you don't need these. You can just, once you have the mixdown, you can delete them. And then just delete these again, and you start all over. Okay?